Get ready for a shocker. The ACC media seems to be seriously underrating Virginia Tech basketball this season, both the men's and women's teams. As college basketball season rapidly approaches, the excitement in Blacksburg is palpable. Fans are buzzing about the potential of both Hokie squads. But here's the kicker. The Atlantic Coast Conference media doesn't seem to share the same enthusiasm for the 2025-26 season. Is this a case of overlooking hidden talent, or do they see something Hokie Nation doesn't? The ACC media's preseason predictions for the 2025-26 season were unveiled recently, and, unsurprisingly, Duke claimed the top spot. They're often the team to beat, setting the bar high for everyone else. But let's dive into the full rankings and see where Virginia Tech landed. Here's a rundown of the ACC preseason rankings, complete with the number of first-place votes each team received. 1. Duke, 34, 866. 2. Louisville, 15, 842. 3. North Carolina, 741. 4. NC State, 710. 5. Virginia, 623. 6. SMU, 616. 7. Clemson, 510. 8. Miami, 500. 9. Syracuse, 489. 10. Notre Dame, 477. 11. Wake Forest, 412. 12. Virginia Tech, 355. 13. Georgia Tech, 315. 14. Pitt, 301. 15. Florida State, 221. 16. California, 156. 17. Stanford, 138. 18. Boston College, 107. Ouch! Virginia Tech sits at number 12 in the ACC preseason poll. That's not a national ranking, mind you, but within the conference itself. This might sting a little for Hokie fans. What gives? So, what's your gut reaction to this? Are we, as fans, perhaps a bit too caught up in the off-season hype surrounding the program? Think about it. There's been a surge of resources invested, the welcomed return of Chester Frazier to the coaching staff, and an influx of fresh talent, including international sensation Neoklis Avdalas from Greece. These are all valid reasons to be optimistic. But here's where it gets controversial. Some might argue that preseason polls are just that, predictions. They don't dictate the actual outcome of games. But at the same time, they often reflect a general perception of a team's strength and potential. Does this low ranking suggest a lack of respect for the Hokies' improvements? It's not all doom and gloom, though. College basketball analyst John Rothstein is reportedly quite bullish on the Hokies' prospects. And let's be honest, the guy knows his stuff. Plus, head coach Mike Young hasn't been this enthusiastic about a team in quite some time. He's generally a positive guy, but his recent comments suggest a genuine belief in this squad. The 2025-26 team boasts both size and depth, and with Frazier back in the fold, there should be a renewed emphasis on defensive prowess. And this is the part most people miss. Young essentially rebuilt the team, retaining only the 4 players he considered essential. That kind of strategic overhaul can signal a major shift in direction and ambition. Ultimately, it's just a preseason poll, and in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't hold any real weight. But that doesn't mean we have to passively accept it. Gains are decided on the court, and we'll have a much clearer picture of the Hokies' capabilities by the end of December. The ACC, as a whole, is expected to be significantly more competitive this season. Virginia, for example, is experiencing a resurgence with fresh funding and a completely new team under head coach Ryan Odom. Assuming they can avoid any major injuries, the Hokies are poised for a strong season. Now, let's switch gears to the women's team. The ACC media seems to be similarly lukewarm on the Lady Hokies' chances. After Kenny Brooks' sudden departure to Kentucky, which unfortunately resulted in several key players transferring, Megan Duffy stepped in and led the Lady Hokies to exceed expectations in her first year, Not only does Duffy have a solid core of returning players, but she's also brought in a promising blend of transfers and freshmen. So where do you stand? Are you with us, backing Young and Duffy to lead their respective teams to success in 2025-26? Or do you think the ACC media's skepticism is justified? What aspects of the Hokies game do you think will be most crucial to their success this season? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below.